Okay, so we're here in Dartford. It's Friday evening. What we are doing this evening is we're doing an anti-halal operation. What we've done is we've identified all of the restaurants in this town that sell halal meat. And a lot of them sell halal meat to their customers unknowingly. They don't advertise it. They haven't got this sign up in their window. They don't make it plainly obvious that the meat that the people are going to be consuming is halal slaughtered meat. So we've got teams of 2 outside every restaurant, Indian restaurants mainly, in this town. The ones that we've identified has selling halal meat. A team of 2 is going to be outside every customer that walks in there. We're going to be giving out this leaflet. You see there, think twice before eating at this restaurant, and it explains there why they shouldn't. Halal slaughter, the zakat tax, etc, etc. A lot of people unknowingly consume halal products, whether it's bread or Haribo or meat. There's a multifarious different products out there that actually are halal certified. They all carry this sign here, the halal sign. Everyone out there should be checking their cupboards to make sure they do not consume products with this sign on. Halal meat, halal other products. Now, the reason we're doing this is because on all halal products there is a 2.5% zakat tax. This zakat tax, a lot of it goes back to the Middle East. Some of it gets used for charitable purposes, but a lot of it gets funneled out to jihadi groups, terrorist groups, and maybe even ISIS and so on and so forth. So a lot of this money gets funneled out, 2.5% zakat tax, back to the Middle East, gets used for mosque construction in the West, gets used to fund terror in the West. So when you're consuming halal products, unknowingly, you're actually and inadvertently, you're funding terrorism. This is why we're out here tonight, and what we're going to do is we're only going to stay for an hour, giving out these leaflets to potential customers, and then in a few days' time we're going to ring these establishments and we are going to say to them, if you switch from halal produce to British produce, then we won't come back. But if you don't, then we will come back. We'll do a full 6-hour shift on a Friday and Saturday night, and it will have an impact on your business. And this is a pilot operation, so we're doing it here tonight in Dartford. The video is going to go up online, be seen by hundreds of thousands of people, maybe millions of people, and all of our branches and groups around the country are going to be doing this in towns nationwide. So we're going to roll this out, and we're trying to raise levels of awareness of halal produce, whether it's in your cupboard or whether you're going to an Indian restaurant. You must stop consuming halal produce, because on all of it is a 2.5% zakat tax, which goes back to the Middle East and then either funds mosque construction or funds terrorist groups. Okay, so it's about time we raised awareness for this, and it all starts tonight in Dartford. We're giving these leaflets out outside your restaurant because you sell meat that's halal slaughtered. Okay, so we're going to be doing this all evening. All the customers come in.
Well, I'm talking to someone.
They're going to be, yeah, you was all right to talk a moment ago.
Sorry, sir. Someone.
Well, all of a sudden he don't want to talk.
Hello?
Like I say, we're giving these out outside. They've already given out to a few customers, and we're going to give these guys a week to switch from halal to British produce. Otherwise, we're going to do an entire weekend shift outside their front door, giving all their customers halal leaflets.
As you said, Paul, this gentleman was happy to speak when you first arrived, but now he seems to have a very important phone call to deal with.
I've told him exactly why we're here, and that we're going to be giving him a week to switch from halal to British produce. And
reference number actually,
all of a sudden he's on the phone and it's very important and he can't talk. I'll leave this here, sir. Okay, thank you very much. So we're doing this to all the restaurants in Dartford that sell halal produce. We've got teams outside all of these establishments, 2 activists apiece, giving out these leaflets to all the people coming in, warning them that if they eat, produce from this restaurant, that they will be funding terrorism inadvertently. So this is part of the very first operation of our national anti-halal operation. Right, JD, you're going to go and speak to the proprietor of this restaurant now and basically give them a week to switch from halal to non-halal.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the establishments that we called yesterday evening to confirm that they do serve halal slaughtered meat. They've confirmed that, so I'll just grab a leaflet from Ben and we'll go and have a chat with them.
Okay.
We called yesterday evening and the person we spoke to confirmed that you serve halal slaughtered meat in this establishment. Is that correct?
I'm not sure.
Could you check for me? That's something that you should be certain of. When we called yesterday, whoever we spoke to was absolutely certain that the meat that you serve in this establishment is halal.
What it is, because our meat comes anywhere halal in the pack.
Yes, but you're choosing to buy halal meat, and we expect it's probably because it's cheaper than buying non-halal meat. But what we're doing is we have activists that are outside the restaurant and they're handing out these leaflets, and these leaflets are asking people to think twice before eating in this restaurant, because halal meat is barbaric, the slaughter of the animals is inhumane, and it funds, indirectly, it funds terrorism.
Well, we're not displaying halal meat or anything.
No, but that's the problem, sir, is that you're not displaying the halal sign. So people that are eating in here may not be aware of the fact that they're consuming meat which has been barbarically slaughtered and that is indirectly funding the mujahideen who are out fighting.
I don't know what's all this all about.
Well, I'd like to leave that with you, sir. So
just leave
please
it. We're not displaying halal. We just want it to be out, please. We don't
we're going to give you 1 week to switch from halal to non-halal. If you do so within 1 week, we won't come back.
Yes, we have been.
Can I speak to you? Whether you serve halal meat. So what we're doing today is we have a couple of activists outside this restaurant and we're distributing these leaflets to people and we're asking them to think twice before eating in this restaurant, because halal meat, halal slaughter is barbaric. Animals have their throats cut while they're still conscious under halal slaughter. I appreciate that the meat may be cheaper and therefore the profit margin is better. Why are you not advertising? I'm trying to keep my voice. Why are you not advertising the fact that you're selling halal? Why are you just said your menus don't market as halal, so why are you not telling people?
We are not halal people, but whatever I cook is for the English people.
Why aren't you telling the English people that they're consuming halal meat?
No, we don't tell. We never tell any customer.
What do you mean you don't tell them?
No.
Why would you not tell them? Why don't these people deserve to know that they're eating halal meat?
Right, they want to eat halal meat?
Okay, so we've just finished our operation in Dartford Town Centre. We've just said goodbye to our activists. There were a team of around 10 of us this evening. It was a relatively small operation. We targeted 3 or 4 businesses who we have previously spoken to, and they've confirmed that they serve halal slaughtered meat. So we took our leaflets to these establishments and we were handing them out to people who were about to go in to say, please reconsider. Please reconsider, before you go and eat in this restaurant, you need to be aware of the fact they're serving halal meat. And as a movement, Britain First are against halal slaughter for various reasons, but to name but a few, we know that halal slaughter is barbaric. These animals have their throats cut. They're not stunned beforehand. They have their throats cut. They're made to bleed out. They die slowly. Meanwhile, a Muslim is offering a prayer to Allah. Only Muslims can do this, so they're not hiring non-Muslims. It's barbaric. Not to mention the fact that absolutely everything you buy that is certified halal has that little halal symbol on it. You pay zakat on. Now zakat is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. It's a 2.5% tax, and a portion of that goes towards funding the mujahideen, those who are engaged in jihad, the terrorists. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody who buys halal certified products are inadvertently funding terrorism, and these establishments are serving halal meat without telling people what they're consuming. So the operation this evening went very well. We went into these establishments, we've given them a week to change from halal meat to non-halal. If they don't do so within that week, we will come back. We will launch a full campaign over the course of a weekend. We will be there for 6 hours each shift until people are aware of the fact that